Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. It is time for Tackle My TBR. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to new subscribers. Thanks to all of you for your continued support. What did I read last week? Well, I was looking over my A through Z challenge, and I still have probably 5 books to read off of that still. And so I decided to try to tackle X. And I did a reading search on Goodreads for books that start with the letter X. And I found XOXO by Deborah Bladden. And it was okay. This is kind of like, I don't know, enemies to lovers kind of, but it's a boss and employee kind of situation. We have Arietta, who works for this man that she calls the Dick because he's rude to everybody. He's never even happy about stuff. He just lays on the work for her, and she's always struggling to keep up with what he does, but she always tries to keep that positive front whenever she's around him. Well, he's starting to feel a little bit differently towards her. He doesn't like how he's feeling towards her because he's kind of falling into her like positivity, and he's really starting to like her. She is always flustered around him because he is a very good looking man. He takes care of himself and that kind of thing. And she doesn't really want to start having feelings for him either. Well, then of course it does happen, and that's pretty much the story. And you see these two trying to like just stay away, don't want nothing to do with this person. So in that matter, it was pretty cute the way that all came about. It just wasn't something to really write home about. Like, I mean, a lot of romances you can read, enemies to lovers, and this one wasn't really a lot different. It wasn't insta love, so that was good. It did take a lot of the book to finally get to that spot where they finally just succumbed to the feelings that they were having for each other. It wasn't a big book though. It was just shy of 300 pages, but like I said, it wasn't anything to really write home about. Cute story. Some of it was funny. That kind of stuff. I gave it 3.5 stars. The next book that I read last week was Written in Blood by Chris Carter. It's been a while since I picked up a Chris Carter. I think maybe last month I read one. I don't remember for sure. But I knew I wanted to get another one read. This is the last one I have. I don't have the most current book, which is Genesis. And so I'm going to have to get that one. In this book, we've got this girl who is a pickpocket, and that's all she does. She's professional pickpocket. She's had a pretty rough life up until, she moved here, and she met somebody who showed her all the ropes of pickpockets. Well, she pickpocketed the wrong person, and it was a diary, and this was from the serial killer that, of course, she didn't know it was a serial killer. He was treating somebody really bad. He was being very rude to an older gentleman in this nightclub that she was in, and she didn't like it. So she pickpocketed his like briefcase almost, and inside that was this man's diary on all the people that he's murdered so far, coordinates of where their bodies were, the details of how he killed them, and he claims it was from the voices. And so now comes this big game of cat and mouse that Robert has to play with this man. Very, very well written. Of course, I can't really say they're not because I've loved every single one of his books. So this one was fabulous. And of course, it's got a 5-star rating from me. I have not picked up the next book that I want to read, but I do have a list of the final letters that I need for the A through Z challenge that I do it every year. So I'm not sure which one. I think Q is the only one that I haven't really found a book on yet. and that's going to be pretty hard. I do have Q books, but I've already read them. I don't really want to read one that I've already read, so I'll have to look up on the list for that and maybe get it for my Kindle. But I think all the rest of them I do have chosen to finish my A-Z challenge. So hopefully I will be able to do that and finish that this year. We'll see what happens, you guys. I've finished it every year, and it would really stink if I didn't finish this year. So anyway, what books did you guys read last night? Let me know in the comments below. Also, have you read any of these books that I talked about today? I'd like to hear your thoughts on those as well. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.